Hey everybody, today I want to do a 6-month review on my Sony HD Handycam. I bought this thing 6 months ago and I want to tell you exactly what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Let's get started. Okay, I bought this camera about 6 months ago and I paid a pretty good piece for it too. Now let's start off with the things I don't like about the camera. No sooner than I got the camera, I noticed you could hear the motor running in it. On the videos, it's real quiet. You can hear the motor running in the camera. It should not be doing that. For the amount of money I paid for this, it should not be doing that at all. Right off the bat, you can hear the motor running inside. The camera I'm using now is 5 years old, and today you don't hear the motor running inside. Not at all. And basically this is supposed to be a more improved, up-to-date version of what I'm using now. Number two, let's talk about the mini SD card. Yes, I said mini. This particular camera takes a mini SD card. Right there's the mini SD card it takes, and it goes in that slot right there. And the problem is, many times when I put the mini SD card in the slot, I'm not going to be able to do it with one hand. I have to redo it. It's not readable. So constantly I'm taking this little mini SD card and re-putting it in the slot until it reads it. Every time I use the camera, and after I get the videos off, every time I put it in, I have to keep pulling it back out, putting it back in, pulling it back out, putting it back in. It's not the SD card. No. It's the camera. And not to mention, since it is a mini SD card, it came with an adapter. My thumbs are big, guys, okay? I got big fingers. And whenever I have to take the mini SD card out and put it into the adapter to put it in my computer to get the files off of it, it's not easy for me to do. And plus, this adapter right here is my fourth adapter. Now, grant you, it's not the camera's fault, but still, it's aggravating. Yes, that's the fourth adapter I've been through. The other three adapters kind of like pooped to bed. Let's talk about wind reduction, okay? This camera has it, but it does no darn good. We can have a small breeze outside and this camera pick it up every time. Unlike this one I'm using, which is an older model of this, it takes a lot for it to interfere with my videos. Not that new camera. Oh no. The new camera right here, all it takes is very little wind. Just a dicker of the videos. Doesn't take much at all. Right off the bat when I bought the camera, I noticed a huge difference in the weight. This thing's light. Which is not bad. That's actually kind of a good thing. But I got to looking at it, and you can't really tell on video, but it's cheaply made. Cheaply plastic. It's cheap plastic. Cheaply made. That's another thing I didn't like about it. Unlike the camera I'm using now, and once again, this is an older model of this particular camera. It's solid. If I dropped that one on the ground, it'd probably shatter in 1,000 pieces. Unlike this one, which I have dropped many times, still runs tops. Let's talk about the good features the camera does have, okay? The quality of the camera is pretty nice. Yes, the quality is really fantastic, but not a whole bunch better than what I'm using now. It's only just a little bit better, not much. And plus it does have a feature this camera does not have, which I tried it out and it seems to work. That means I can zoom into something that's about a little bit distance from me and it will pick up the sound of whatever I zoom into. I did try that feature once on a barge. It seemed to work flawlessly. But really, do I need that option? All I do is video, I vlog. I don't really need the option to zoom into something just so I can hear the sound to it. Now the price I paid for that thing is pretty hefty. A lot more than I paid for this. The whole idea of buying another camera was, I've used the one I'm on now for a little bit more than 5 years, and one of these days it is going to poop the bed, eventually. Now I wanted a backup camera. So I want to get the identical same camera. When I went shopping for a camera, I want one identical to this one, but I couldn't find it. They don't make them anymore. So I had to get the improved update version. And I'm not happy with it. No. Now the big question is, I'm sure you guys are going to leave down in the comments, if you haven't already, how come I didn't take the camera back? Well, let me tell you about that. Now I can tell you guys that I bought it at Best Buy, which I did. I can tell you guys Best Buy is a good distance from my home, which it is. I can tell you, well, I didn't really feel like traveling all the way back over there. I could just tell you that story, which could be true, but that's not it. The truth of the matter is, when I got the camera, the first thing I noticed was you hear the motor running in the background. My kids and my wife said maybe that's a feature on the camera that you can adjust to take that sound out of there. Well, guess what? There's no feature on that camera to take the sound out. Okay? And plus, with the mini SD card, I was also told by my wife and my kids, Dad, you will get used to it. Now, I had a GoPro once upon a time. They had a mini SD card. I had zero problems with that. Zero. This one I have nothing but problems. Every time I put that little SD card in there, I have to take it back out and re-put it in, back out and put it back in. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you this particular model is bad for everybody. It's just I might have got a busted up one or something. I don't know. You know, I'm sure this camera is flawless for other users that have the same model. It's just this particular model, I should have taken it back, and I have no excuse why I didn't. I just didn't do it. I do have a warranty on the camera for 2 years, I believe. And to be honest with you, sometimes I wish when I'm using the camera it just fall out of my hand and bust to 1,000 pieces. That way I get another camera. And maybe the newest camera wouldn't have the issues that one has. Is it a manufacturer flaw? More than likely. You know, and I should have taken it back, but I didn't. I honestly thought I would get used to the SD card. See, at first, the SD card didn't mess up. It was only maybe my 3 months in. Then, oh my God, every time I put it in, it was unreadable. I had to pull it back out, put it back in, unreadable. So I've been dealing with that for the last 3 months, and you still hear the motor running in the background. Grant you, the video part of it's flawless, but then again, so is this one. So guys, this is my 6-month review of my Sony HD Handycam. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys don't go out and not buy one if that's what you're looking for cameras. No, it's just the model I got. Well, it's not the best. Well, this particular camera is not the best. Basically, I'm on something like my 4th camera. To be completely honest with you, this one's a piece of crap. My first camera was a JVC. It was awesome. I used it for about a couple years, and then my view screen was unseeable. So it still works. You just can't see what you're aiming at. So it still works, and plus it's not in full HD. Second camera I bought was a waterproof camera. It works flawlessly. It's nice, but my computer don't read the files. Don't know why, but it doesn't. My next camera I had was this one right here, what I'm using now. Now I had it for 5 years. And it's been through hell. My last camera is this one, and it's crap. Now, once again, I'm not saying all HD Sony Handycams, this particular model, is bad. It's just the one I got's bad. And believe me, I kick myself in the butt every time I have to use it. Why I didn't take it back? I should have took it back and got another camera. And then I would have known for sure if it was the model or not. And yes, I do kick myself in the butt. Every time I go to edit files off this camera, I'm constantly getting aggravated with it. My fingers are too big for the SD mini card. I hear the motor running in the background because I'm doing the editing. And dang it, every time I go put the SD card back in, that's another issue too I didn't mention. You know, this one I'm using right now is a touchpad. This one you have to do with your fingers, and like I said, my fingers and my thumb's big. It's not easy for me to do. That was another feature I disliked about it. So yeah, thumbs down. Alright guys, this has been a quick review of my Sony HD Handycam. I did say back 6 months ago when I bought it, I would give a 6-month review. Well, there it is. Now I'm going to continue on using the camera until it finally craps to bed. I guarantee I'm not going to get 5 years out of it like I have this one. I guarantee that. So eventually when it craps to bed, I save my money up, and this time when I go and buy another camera, I'm gonna be smart about it. And if I don't like it right off the bat, I will take the next one back. Yeah. So guys, until next time, hope you liked the video. Leave comments, and we'll catch you soon. Come on, let's get out of here.